Hello and welcome to another episode of our Mass Effect Legendary series. We've been away for, just a short little while, couple months, couple weeks. However, we did leave off with finishing Noveria on episode 10, our last episode there. And today we will, of course, be finishing up a large chunk of side quests, and I think the side quests that we will be doing today will kind of clear them from our quest log and only leave us with our main objectives and our story beats for Mass Effect 1 to kind of get through. Alright, let's jump back in here. Let's see how rusty I actually am after not playing for a little while. I hope you're all well. I'm good. Let's see here. Load. Let's load up our game. So, as I mentioned, we have a series of side quests to do today, and here we are, right where we left off. Quickly before stream, I did run through our squad's inventory and made sure everyone is spec'd out appropriately. Made sure they all had the proper equipment. And then I also made sure to sell a decent chunk of our inventory so we had some free space in case we come across some valuable loot. Alright, so let's go into our quest menu here. We've got our journal, our main missions, and our assignments. So we are actually going to start with the top one here, Doctor at Risk. And without further ado, let's jump right on into it here. The assignment summary. While on Noveria, you found a log listing an unauthorized transmission. Apparently, someone thinks a doctor located in the Newton system is in grave danger. Unfortunately, it appears the message was intercepted by Noveria security before it could be delivered. Speaking of Noveria, a lot of these quests are going to be like cleaning up after Noveria quests. Although, it is Mass Effect, you can tackle your quests in any order throughout the game, largely. There are some that are locked behind major story beats. But I felt it was appropriate to do the ones we're doing now after Noveria, because they do relate to what we encountered there. And if you do recall, if we do a quick recap, we confronted Liara's mother, Matriarch Benezia, who is working with Saren, or was working with Saren, our sworn enemy of the game here. She is no longer with us, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it. It might depend on if you're Liara or not. Alright, let's zoom out here. This is the Stranus system. I think the one thing that I'm going to have a hard time with, at least jumping back into it this abruptly, is remembering where all the different systems are. But while I look, I will recap. Like I said, we had confronted Matriarch Benezia on Noveria. Actually, you know what? Hang on. Let me quickly check the journal here. Yes, okay. Head to the Newton system and the Kepler Verge. That's right. I don't need to remember anything. The game remembers it for me. And we also encountered the Rachni on Noveria. And we did choose, because this is an RPG, we chose to let the Queen of the Rachni free. So she was being experimented on by the science facility there, and we decided to free her. Alright, Kepler Verge. Where is the Kepler Verge? Of course, the last one I checked, right here in the dead center, we had got the Newton system. And we'll watch the Normandy take off in all its glory. Oh yeah, in between the time of our last stream and now, there actually was a patch released for the Oh, hang on.
Patching it through.
I've received some information I thought you'd want to see, Commander. Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
What do we have here for options?
Former scientists? Sounds like someone has a project they'd like to keep secret.
We found a connection between the scientists and you. They all worked on a classified project several years ago, on a cruise.
The plot thickens.
A cruise. I lost my whole unit there. You're saying that our scientists were involved?
I can't get any information on what they were working on. The project records were sealed. Commander, Shepard, what you do with this is up to you. I just thought you'd want to know. There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne. I'm transmitting his last known coordinates. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Alright, so of course, a Kuz and what Shepard was referring to was one of the origin stories we could select for our Shepard when we were creating our character at the very start of the game, all those episodes ago. That mission will still be in the game, but your relevant, or Shepard's personal relevance to it, will change based on whether or not you chose the background that you chose. Alright, so what was I saying? Yes, there was a patch released for the Legendary Edition between our last stream and this stream, which, you know, a decent amount of time. And one of the patch notes mentioned that the sound for the mass relays was actually reduced. So like the big bassy launching sound that you would hear when the mass relay would send the Normandy flying through space has been like slightly reduced in volume, which is hilarious because that is I guess you could call it a bug or a feature, whatever you prefer, that has stayed since the original Mass Effect. So if you want that true giant bassy Mass Effect or mass relay sound, go play the original, I guess, because it's no longer in the Legendary Edition. Alright, so as tradition demands, we are going to read and scan everything in this system. So let's start over here with Sesmos. Oh, hello Sawyer, I see you there. Nice to see you, glad you could stop in. Alright, Sesmos is an ice dwarf world, its surface composed almost entirely of frozen water. Normally a planetoid this small would not rate inclusion on the system's charts, but Sesmos' unusually large and beautiful ring of ice crystals has made it a popular subject for visual artists. The ring is the result of a glancing equatorial impact, which left a large trench and threw a great deal of melted water into the atmosphere. The rings are a temporary feature that will completely decay in a few thousand years. That's kind of cool. Makes me think of another planet I think you can read about in Mass Effect 2, where a similar story is kind of written about the planet, and it mentions that there's like tourist tickets being sold for the event when like the rings disappear or the planet explodes or whatever it is. You'll find out when we get to Mass Effect 2, and I'll remember when we get to Mass Effect 2. This is actually the planet we're going to be landing on, so we're not going to read it right now. We've got Junkro. Junkro is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and sodium in its upper atmosphere. Like Uranus in the Sol system, it is tipped on its side, its north pole facing the star Newton. And we survey, of course, and I don't remember if I even surveyed the last planet or if you could survey the last planet. Sawyer, you'll have to let me know if my mic is good for the volume and whatnot. Clencori, we can survey this planet here. Clencori is a rock and ice planet with an atmosphere composed of chlorine and argon. The frozen surface is mainly composed of potassium with deposits of iron. Clencori is famously claimed by the eccentric Volus billionaire Coleman Shaw. He claims that a vision of a higher being told him to seek on Clencori the, quote, lost crypts of beings of light, end quote. These entities were supposedly created at the dawn of time to protect organic life from synthetic machine devils. Ominous. Shoal has been excavating on Clencori's toxic surface for 2 decades. At great expense. No government has valued the world enough to evict his small army of mercenaries. Okay, good to know, Sawyer. Thanks for letting me know how the volume is. I'll keep that in mind with the firefights sections. Try not to talk too much during them, or at least maybe I'll yell or turn the volume down. We'll see. Maybe turn down the sound effects volume. We found Matriarch's writings. Scans of the planet Klenkori revealed the cockpit of a Volus trading vessel. There are no signs of the rest of the ship, but the salvage team discovered one of Matriarch Dilininga's writings on the ship's system. Fitting, as we just read about a Volus billionaire who was excavating on the planet. We found a trading ship of Volus design. Alright, here we are with Ontaram. Here we go. Though Ontaram's surface is uncomfortably hot, its nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere is abundant. Shallow seas make it an ideal candidate for habitation by most known species. Unfortunately, the orbit of the moon of Thonal has been slowly decaying since the system coalesced. Its proximity is beginning to have tidal effects, and its dynamo-like revolution through Ontaram's magnetic field is generating increasingly powerful electrical storms. Let's see here. Ooh, moves quick. While some have suggested emplacement of Mass Effect drives in an attempt to lighten the moon and correct its orbit, the scale of such a project, tens of thousands of drives costing enough to bankrupt the governments of all the Citadel races, make it a pipe dream. A multi-racial effort is underway to catalog and preserve the unique genetic diversity of Ontaram's vibrant young biosphere. Exogeny Core and Haywan Genomics represent the Alliance's share of the effort. Sounds like a massive effort, if you ask me. Imagine cataloging. Well, I guess we've largely already done it on Earth. All right, who should we bring here? Sawyer, any votes for squad mates? I'm gonna have to guess Rex if you had to vote. I'm sure. I'll give you a second here to respond. While you pick, I'll also pick one. I think we're gonna go with let's bring Garrus on here. Rex always. All right, let's go with Rex. Yes, our favorite segments of the game. The Mako. We've been pretty blessed thus far with not encountering too many difficult to manage terrains. I mean, granted, there have been plenty of difficult to manage terrains. We've done it. Hashtag Rex Squad, that's right. Alright, speaking of Rex, let's quickly check the squad screen. Now, funny thing about the squad screen, actually, is that my, I have a stream bar, like it tells me that I'm live and how many people are viewing and whatnot. I always have the intention to move it, but it's in the top right of the screen, which is where the skill points are, so I never can actually see the amount of skill points, and I have to wait for the stream to catch up. Speaking of, 8 skill points is how many Garrus has. Let's denote those points. Let's see what we got here. Let's boost up the assault rifles. Let's boost up the tactical armor. Let's max it out. Master shield boost. I think we've already got decryption and everything covered in an earlier episode, so we can pretty much just put these wherever. We'll do snipers. Alright, now we've got Rex. Let's see here. I'm going to guess I do have some skill points for him. I don't know if I actually do. We got 4. Alright, cool. 4 points. We've already got combat armor and fitness maxed out. Shotgun and assault rifles, warp throw. Let's bring throw to advanced throw. Alright, so now Rex has advanced throw, just like Shepard. And we also, of course, have to check our map now. Ooh, pretty straightforward. We've got the underground facility here to the bottom right of the map. We got some debris just north of it, and in between all that we have an anomaly. Now, I don't think we'll be encountering too many, if any, more Thresher Maws, because I think we've encountered the bulk of them at this point in the game. Like I said earlier on in the episode, we are largely finishing up the side quests of Mass Effect 1, hopefully today. I have no problem with running a little bit long in case we do want to finish them all. But my notes kind of say that the rest of the quests should be completed after we do these chunk of them. Alright, the trick to the Mako I always find is finding like a just slightly angled enough incline to be able to climb it, like right here, like we're just slightly on an angle at the wall, so we didn't really have too much trouble getting to this higher peak here. Threshers are almost Rex caliber, eh? Alright, yeah, no, I don't disagree with you there. Well, if you really like Thresher mods, you've got lots to look forward to with Mass Effect 2 and especially Mass Effect 3, and that's kind of all I'll say about that, but I'm sure I've already teased them to you already. We've got some thunder and lightning off in the distance here, but we are approaching our first anomaly. Right down we go! That's the best thing about the Mako. We've got some bugs. Unlike the Rachni, these guys seem friendly. I gotta remember not to whip the camera around too much because the stream, I do believe, distorts a bit when I do that. No hazards, it seems, in this environment, so we're pretty much safe. Now, I gotta remember that you can actually... How do I do it? There we go. You can act... Oh, wait, no. You can put your gun away somehow in Mass Effect 1. I can't remember exactly how. There we go. In Mass Effect 3, you actually can't holster your weapon. You're almost always weapon in hand in that game. And that's the one that I'm currently playing. Alright, what do we find here? Turian insignia recovered. It's unclear what happened to this Turian. He had an ancient paper book with the Bostra outpost insignia printed on the cover. So we should probably check on those collection quests here. What do we have? Light metals 14 out of 20, heavy 18 out of 20, rare earths 16 out of 20. Signs of battle, we've got all the ID tags. We're missing 2 medallions. Turian emblems, we've got 12 out of 13, and writings 8 out of 10. So we're almost there. I think we'll get there by the end of it. There is an abundance of them in the game. Alright, we need to go to the map and mark our next location. Try not to run over any bugs, because they don't seem hostile. No reason to harm the wildlife if it doesn't harm you. I can't help but appreciate these booster jets enough. Even though I haven't played this game in a while, like I instinctively went to push the left bumper to booster jet. That's how much I've used it since this game's come out, and how much it's just ingrained in my brain as part of the Mako now. Oh, we got a nice view here. Alright, so you can kind of see where we're going, right down here. And if I'm not mistaken, there are actually some metals down that canyon, which I always tend to get after I do the base. But the marker we're going to should be up the hill. See, it's all coming back. It's coming back. You play this game enough times, it's kind of like imprinted on your brain, you know? Like anyone who's played level 1-1 of Mario, you just know the level. You know every inch of it. Got some debris coming up. It should be at the top here. Ooh, this might be too steep. No, we got it. We got it. We're good. We're golden. Just like I remember. Got some nice vistas to appreciate as well. And let's play Simon Says. Usually, by this point in the game, actually much earlier, it's usually by the time I'm on Noveria, I try to have enough Omnigel to completely circumvent the Simon Says. Because, you know, it's not really the most enjoyable gameplay loop to repeat over and over. Which, you know, saying that out loud makes me really understand why those kinds of hacking minigames aren't really present in Mass Effect 3. I mean, there are some in 2. You can see that they tried to evolve the concept. Anyways, alright, we've got some bad guys. We can get out and take them on foot. Let's see if we can remember how to do combat. Now, volume levels might be a little high for the shooting and the powers, so I apologize. And, you know what, actually, you know what, let's just completely go into sound and turn the sound effects. Look at that, they're already down a bit. Let's go to 75. Alright, what is everyone using? We've got assault rifles. Let's change Rex to a shotgun because that's much more appealing to me. And let's join him in that. Let's get Garrus right here so we got some cover. Oh god, our cover's gone. I forgot those explode. Alright, so we've got powers and everything. And let's see what I can do. We've got everything available to us, basically under the sun. So we can sabotage their weapons, and we can... Let's just use Rex and Carnage, and we'll also use the current. Let's do everything Rex does. Rex throws, we throw.
Go, go, go!
Alright, Rex warps, we warp. And warping also means that they'll take on more damage. Let's see, that means we'll activate Overkill with Garrus, and let's get our barrier going here, because our shields were looking a little low. Take some cover. Oh, speaking of cover, Rex just blew it up. Just gone. Alright, let's lift this guy, get him out of our way. And this guy needs to not be a problem. Adrenaline burst will actually reactivate our powers. We'll use another lift, so that's 2 lifts in a row. First guy's back there, this guy's in the sky. It's just fun to watch them float around sometimes. It's hard to believe this is the hardest difficulty. Sometimes you forget that we're playing on Insanity when you watch the shenanigans we get into. Let's see what else. Let's throw him off. Ooh, I don't want to throw him off the cliff. Let's use Carnage. Double Carnage on this guy. Oh, I forgot that he's using an immunity. You can tell by his health bar. Oh, I don't know where he went. Oh, he's gone. Well, he's not actually dead. We didn't get experience points. We gotta go hunting. Down the mountainside. Nose first. We're here. Let's get him. Use Overload for his shields, and then we'll just throw him. Alright, now that he's dealt with, let's run back up. Oh, there are those minerals I was mentioning earlier. Seeing as we're down here, let's get them. You can see them on the radar just ahead of us here, and they're a little tricky to get to, but if you can see, there's some grass here, and then booster. We'll be up there in a jiffy. Alright, what do we got? Palladium. Some more Simon Says. See, this is another reason why I try to mitigate as playing Simon Says as much as possible. Because when you survey a mineral, you always have to play it. So if I'm hacking, I just would rather avoid it. I'm gonna have to do it anyways. I see you appreciate Rex in combat, Sawyer. I'm glad, I'm glad. Alright. We are back to the underground facility. Let's just quickly do a little turn. We'll holster our weapons. And we're gonna save, because this game likes to be weird sometimes, and it's old. Even though it's new, it's old. Who knows what'll happen. Alright, so, refresher, why are we here? What's going on? Dead scientists. Years ago, a group of Alliance scientists conducted a secret project on Akuz, the planet where your entire unit was wiped out. Now, someone is killing those scientists. Dun dun dun. The only project member still alive is located in the Newton system of the Kepler Verge. Alright, so that's what we're here for, that's what we're doing. Let's go see what's happening. Ooh, we've got some dead mercs, or or guards maybe. We got some metagel, some different ammo modifications here. Ooh, we got a combat exoskeleton. That's kind of rad. This is also the point in the game because we're so high leveled. Like if you take a look here, we're level 25, and we're using the legacy leveling system for anyone familiar with either the earlier episodes or the original Mass Effect. Mass Effect 1 went to level 60, of course. This legacy system is evening it out to level 30 to kind of coincide with Mass Effect 2 and 3, which are both level 30 respectively. So like I was saying, level 25 is pretty high level, so we're going to start getting high level gear, which really kind of makes combat hilarious in the best of ways. Alright, so we got some baddies. Thank God Rex is here. Alright. Ooh, that's not good. Barriers to activate our shields again. We'll get Garrus to use an overload, which seems to just affect everyone all the time. Let's use warp. We're not too, like, our abilities are kind of like enemy specific, so like one enemy at a time kind of thing. We're not good at crowd control. That's where Garrus is kind of coming in handy with the tech abilities at the very least, because we can use sabotage right here and overload some of their weapons, so we're not going to take as much fire damage. Like Liara, for example, with her singularity, that's great for crowd control. Alright, so we're going to go for like survivability and individual damage output here.
Go, go, go!
Alright. Let's see. Get Rex to throw one, I'll throw the other. So that's two of them down. And then we'll also get Garrus to use up all of his tech abilities that he can, and then use an adrenaline burst so we can use them again. Because we've got a Krogan right here that Rex is going to warp, and I will use Carnage on. That way he's a little more damaged. Let's see here, where is he? Oh, this guy's going to go. Rex has lost shields. That's not great. We can lift this guy at least and get him out of our way. They're thankfully all being led around this corner specifically. Oh, look at this guy ragdolling, which is helpful. Alright, now that Adrenaline Burst has been used, we should be able to use a Sabotage here, again from Garrus, while we ourselves use an Adrenaline Burst and get our own abilities back. See, this guy will throw to get him away from us. There's that Krogan. He decided to flank. See, the Krogan knows what's up. But we're going to have to, unfortunately, deal with him immediately. Let's get everyone to target that Krogan. Alright, he's down. A little bit of overkill, even. Rex, use a Carnage on this guy, and I'll use a Warp so he takes more damage. There we go. And we want everyone targeting this one Krogan while I'll deal with this individual guy back here. Alright, Garrus ain't looking too good. Oh, he's got his shields up again? Alright, good. Good. And we've got this one sniper that they're both dealing with. Alright. We'll flank. Got our pistol out. Alright, our flank job did it. With a little bit of snowblind rounds, they froze and shattered. Alright, not too bad.
Here it comes!
Oh, I forgot that was the grenade button and not the reload button. There's no reloading in Mass Effect 1. Silly me. Alright, there's another body. Ooh, we've got a locked safe. Let's quickly check. How much Omnigel do we... Ooh, that's not the screen. How much Omnigel do we currently have? 197. That's not terrible. Garrus just picked up a new armor. Not great. So, we'll actually use the Omnigel for right now to speed things up a little bit. Not play some Simon Says. Grabbed another thing of armor there. Ooh, look at that! Going from Mercenary 6 to Mercenary 8. See, I like the Mercenary armor because of its design and color. There are better armors that we have, but this is a nice touch because now we actually have 2 armor mod slots. You can see, kind of hard to direct your eye to it, but like kind of shoulder level where Shepard is, you can see the little the armor mod. We've got like 3 arrows going up right now currently, and there's 2 slots. So if we go in there, we've got a kinetic exoskeleton for slot 1, and slot 2, we can pick whatever. But you can see here there's quite the benefit to adding a second armor mod to your armor, because like we're getting 25% shield recovery, plus 40 shields, and plus 20% mobile accuracy. And then if you throw another mod on top, you could say, do the combat exoskeleton, which gives you 30% smash damage, plus 30% smash damage, plus 30% hardening, and plus 70% physics threshold, which helps out with your ability to withstand biotic attacks and whatnot. So you can kind of read it there. This prototype armor upgrade combines a mechanized augmentation, element 0 microcores, and firewall technology to give the wearer brute strength, resistance to weapon force, and resistance to biotic and tech attacks. So if we use that, we're that much more viable in combat situations. And you can see too here, the weapons can go up to having 3 weapon mods on them, which is kind of where we're at currently in the late game in terms of speccing out our character here. So we're going to quickly save again now that we've survived that encounter. And let's see if there's any more loot before we investigate further into the facility. Oh, we've got 2 crates here. Or a storage lock. Oh, crap. Let's play some Simon Says after I said we're not going to. Alright, we got some weapons. Some more weapons. Pop gel. I'm surprised to see we're 30 minutes in already. Maybe we won't get to as many side quests as I thought today. I mean, the hope is to get to as many as possible.
Stay back! I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman! Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
Shut up! You don't get to lie. You don't... Shepard? My God. Shepard, is that you?
So as I mentioned, this is a quest relevant to Shepard's backstory, so this encounter is obviously different. If your Shepard is different. So we know Toombs.
Toombs? But you were on a cruise. I saw the Thresher mob pull you under.
They took me, Shepard. The scientists.
You can't prove any of this! This man is delusional!
See, they were running tests on the Thresher Maws. They let those things hit us just to watch and study. I woke up in a holding cell. The scientists were delighted I'd survived. Now they had someone to run tests on.
So I typically run a Paragon Shepard, but like, this stuff's kind of like revelatory for our Shepards, so we're gonna get right to it here.
What did they do to you, Toombs?
You can't believe Toombs! He doesn't have any proof! I demand a fair trial!
Shepard was at a cruise. That's all the proof she needs.
This man deserves to die, Shepard. For you, for me, for everyone else in the unit. Are you with me?
Lots of options here. Of course, we've got the better this isn't justice Paragon option, but we've got all kinds of things. Think about this. Go ahead, do it. The the Renegade let me do it. If you think about this, go ahead, do it. No, let me do it. That's essentially the range of Mass Effect 1. But we don't have access to it, unfortunately. But we are going to go with this isn't justice.
You're better than this, Toombs. You're not like them.
Don't tell me who I am. You got away with a few scratches and a scary reputation. The rest of the unit died, and I was tortured for years, Shepard. You can't judge me. You don't have the right.
Toombs, if I could have helped you on Akuz, I would have. All I can do is help now. Let me.
Okay. I'm no murderer. They couldn't make me one. Just as long as he goes to trial. Maybe the screaming will stop now. I don't know.
So we prevailed. We did it. We got the good result. Yay, Paragon chap. Oh, maybe the screaming will stop now. I do, it doesn't. That's, we're not gonna disparage him.
Those bastards can't hurt you anymore. Joker, tell the 5th Fleet we need a ship for pickup.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Oh, we got a little exposition here. Toombs stares morosely at the floor, lost in his memories. You give the scientist a shove towards the door. Your mission is complete. The Alliance courts will take it from here. And that's that. That is the Doctor at Risk quest. We have completed it. Back to the Normandy. And we'll do a nice little save. And I'll quickly check my notes here to make sure we're on the right track. Alright, so we've got a few quests that we can do. They're largely combat.
Message coming in.
Oh,
Patching it through.
I reviewed your report on the situation, Commander. I'm glad to see you were able to take Dr. Wayne in alive. Now we can put him on trial and get some answers. Corporal Toombs seems to have found some closure. Hopefully with therapy, he'll have a normal life again someday. I hope this helped you find some peace, Commander. Thank you. 5th Fleet out.
alright, so we've got a few quests that we can do. Like I was trying to say, they are rather combat heavy. Let's take a quick peek over at the Herschel system. I don't know if... I can't remember, honestly, if we've been here.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, I'm glad you're in the area. We've got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust to get the job done.
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic fanatics have hit a medical research station with a psychotropic drug. The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
Ooh, sounds tense.
So if I shoot everything that moves, a lot of researchers are gonna die.
Exactly. A normal team could handle the biotics, but a lot of innocent researchers would die during the operation. That's why I contacted you. I'm hoping you can keep the casualties to a minimum.
So this one's a bit tricky. You actually do lose Paragon points. I don't know, you don't lose them from your yourself, but I think you lose them from your overall net total that you can gain from this quest if you actually have casualties. So it's a little janky, a little clunky. It's it's an older game, but the concept's neat. Let's see here.
I'll do everything within my power to bring those researchers back safely, Admiral.
I know you will, Commander. I'm sending you the station coordinates now. 5th Fleet out.
So I think we've definitely been to the Herschel system. Yeah, the MSU Dell. Yeah, okay, this all looks familiar. So the quest we just picked up, let's take a look here. The UNSC Besieged base. You get access to this quest in Mass Effect 1 if you have, if I'm not mistaken, it has to be at least 90% Paragon. And if you see on our current screen here, no, it's 80% Paragon is what it is, and 90% Renegade is the opposite one, but I'll get to that. You can see that we've got a maxed out Paragon meter here, and our Renegade is not even at the first kind of block yet. Of course, we've taken a few Renegade options or set up a few Renegade things, but for the most part, we've been Paragon. So you only get access to it after 80% Paragon, which I think the Corporal Toombs quest is kind of what tipped us over. I'm not entirely sure, but that is where the trigger usually hits for me in the game for this quest when playing a Paragon. The Renegade is actually an opposite quest. You don't get Besieged base. And I've only done Renegade, complete Renegade on Mass Effect 1 a handful of times, so I can't remember the name of it or exactly what you do, although I do know that it is not this quest, and it is its own separate Renegade quest. And here I am going into the galaxy map without having looked where I have to go. Alright, biotic fanatics have taken over a medical station and drugged innocent researchers to serve as human shields. You must eliminate the biotics while minimizing innocent casualties. So we need to go to the medical base on a planet I cannot pronounce, located in the Cacus system in the Hades Gamma cluster. So Hades Gamma we go. Even the navigating the galaxy map in Mass Effect 1 is slightly different, and I won't spoil what in case you haven't seen Mass Effect 2 or 3, that like I'm still getting used to the button prompts. Alright, Hades Gamma. We got Plutus, we got Antaeus, and there is our new system. Alright, let's scan the asteroid belt here and see what we can find. You know, it's funny, they'll patch the mass relay base levels, but they won't patch the little twinklies back into the solar systems, it seems. Alright, oh my god, all these planets are going to be hard to pronounce. Triarmus is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with a powerful magnetic field, making it a popular discharge site for freighters working the Anasi Ishtar shipping route. It is popular enough, in fact, that Quarian ships can often be found loitering in orbit, remember Tali is a Quarian, selling the freighter crews cheap refreshments, salvage, and odd craftworks assembled by their children. There are no ships in orbit at present, however. Yes, I see you, Sawyer. Hades. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. Tomorrow is a new day. Faringar, a large but low-density terrestrial world, Faringar is generally believed to consist mainly of water ice. Occasional upwelling of metals caused by the interacting tidal forces of several large moons suggest the core is small but extremely dense. Faringar has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of dark carbon-laced water ice. 10 years ago, Faringar's grim surface color and dim illumination drew the cinematographer Risa Uverson to film the exterior scenes of Starless on location. Acknowledged as a masterpiece of gothic horror, the sets, well preserved by the vacuum, draw hundreds of tourists to the backwater system every year. That's kind of what I was talking about. There's little tidbits about the culture of the Citadel species and the society with like tourist locations and tying it into art and whatnot and so on forth. Yada yada yada. Zamari is a small airless cratered terrestrial. Oh my god. I can't even, my bar is in the way, I can't read that one. Alright, the rock is quite similar to Luna. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of silicates, though one hemisphere has several seas of dark basilic rock. We've got 2 planets left. I told you they're all going to be hard to pronounce. Zyartar, the next planet, an enigmatic terrestrial planet. Zyartar has a hazy atmosphere of nitrogen and argon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of calcium with deposits of sodium. 3 times in the last century, ships stopping to discharge at Triarmus have reported geometric patterns of light on the dark side of Zyartar. Attempts at closer investigation prove fruitless. The lights disappear when ships move approach the inner system. That's a strange sentence. The lights disappear when ships move approach the inner system. Interesting. Survey, heavy metal. Alright. I guess I had to pronounce it. Chohi? Who knows? Take your pick. Either way, it's a terrestrial planet whose surface is mainly composed of aluminum with numerous deposits of calcium. Though it has enough mass to retain a dense atmosphere, this planet is nearly a vacuum. This lack of atmosphere allows a moderate average temperature, but the differences between day and night are extreme. The surface of Chahe's sunward-facing side is usually covered by a haze of volatiles, mainly water vapor and carbon dioxide, which return to the ground as frost over the course of long, cold night. The Serta Foundation has established a research outpost on Chohe to investigate the native subterranean life of Chohe, which shows incredible resilience to extremes of heat and cold. I wonder how many times the developers, like, I wonder if they intentionally tried to insert the names of their hard-to-pronounce planets in as many sentences as feasibly possible, just to get you to try to wrap your head around them and read them. I hope you've enjoyed my butchering of the entire planet systems in Mass Effect 1 thus far. Alright, we did just bring Rex and Garrus. Now, okay, this quest is kind of weird in terms of getting your Paragon points, so we're actually going to go into the settings menu and turn off squad automatic power usage so that we know who's using what, when, where, how, why, all that fun stuff. With that said, I think it might be within our best interest to bring some combat-heavy focused people, like Rex and, let's say, Ashley. So we've got full-on combat strength and biotic strength. However, that leaves us kind of exposed for tech stuff. Not that we necessarily want to be using tech. Oh my god. You know what? Let's use Caden. No, you know what? Let's just stick to it. No tech powers whatsoever. This may prove to be our undoing, friends. We're gonna find out. Alright, just like Luna, we're gonna take a investigation, excursion, adventure, whatever you want to use. Alright, we got some points here to assign to Ashley. Let's bring up the assault training to the max so she has Master Adrenaline Burst. And we're going to bring up every gun by 2. Actually, no, that just shotguns and pistols. Never mind. Rex has 1 more point to spend. We're going to throw it on his assault rifle. And I think we've got some points to spend on our character too. Yes, so we've got Max Charm, Max Shock Trooper, Max Spectre Training. Looks like we're going for the Master Throw. Yeah, Master Throw. We could probably hit it. Ooh, but this is tempting. Motivated Buyer. Sets our Intimidate score at 8, opens up new dialogue options, sells items to stores. Yeah, well, we gotta do that. We gotta. It's the rule. Alright, check our map. We've got a few places to explore. An anomalous signal, science base, and some debris. So we're gonna go to the signal first, after we save. I'm glad the music just decided to stop on us there. No, just have the lovely sound of the Mako's engines. Oh. As if on cue. Our sci-fi jingle is back. This might be one of those planets that psychs you out and makes you think you're going to fight a Thresher Maw, or it's 100% a Thresher Maw planet. There's no in between. Alright, so we've got our signal here. Let's see what's happening. What's going on? Oh no, we screwed up, friends. We screwed up. We cannot do this with our current team. We need tech abilities. I told you it would be our undoing. Back to the Normandy. We need a decryptor. We need someone with decryption skills. Thank God for fast load times on this new version of the game, because that would have taken quite a hot second in the original version. Well, there's our Rex. Let's bring Tally to mix things up. Let's bring Tally. She's pretty capable. She's able to handle herself in a combat situation. Let's bring her. Well, I'm glad that we assigned all those points to Ashley, because she's back on the Normandy. Anyways, here we go. Let's try that again. Really off to a great start this episode. We're 49 minutes in. See if we can boost over there as fast as we can. This spot, I think, is a cool one though, because if you did, I don't want to say anything in case it isn't. Let's just quickly check. I think this is the spot though. Let's see. Yeah, okay. This spot's cool because if you didn't, if you weren't as thorough as I am, or many of us completionists are when playing Mass Effect, and, you know, scanned all the planets and the asteroid belts, especially if you didn't know without the twinklies, this little spot has quite a few Matriarch's writings here. So like I showed you earlier, we have 8 currently. We've got 1 here now, so that brings us to 9 out of 10. We're going to get our second one to get us to 10 out of 10, but there's some abundant extra ones here, which is kind of nice. So while sifting through this pile of debris, you discover another of Matriarch Delaninga's writings, and it's in a bad shape, but most of it is still intact. So there's one. We'll deactivate this transmitter, so close to the transmitter, your comms pick up a recording of a wistful string quartet. You power the system down. Whoever lived here, they haven't been back for some time. The crates are covered with chohi? This planet's chalky dust. I hate that they keep making me read this planet's name. And the status lights of the shack indicate its atmosphere ran out a long time ago. So it's always been implied to me, at the very least, that this is where the Matriarch was at one point, because you find all of her writings. She's got a signal, she's got a little shack. It looks like someone has been living in this place. This small crate held some stale food and one of Matriarch Delaninga's writings. It's still in fairly good condition, unlike the food. That's 2 so far. And this makes 3. It's not clear who owns this container, but you discovered one of Matriarch Delaninga's writings inside. Inside a locked safe? I would assume it's hers. That's my guess. We can get back in the Mako now. I don't think there's any more loot here. Oh, I can't remember if there's like 1 on this. No, there's not. Alright, we do want to save though. And we can actually blow up these fuel tanks, like these things right here. That's fun. Alright, explosion. All the way across the map to the debris now. Keep your eyes peeled for minerals on that radar too. Because that's really all you're doing, is you're driving in a straight line up these craggy hills and taking a look at the radar. Though, you know, I'm sure it's not the best take in the world, but I did mention it in an earlier episode that a lot of the gameplay going on in this moment reminds me of Breath of the Wild, in terms of, like, just slice of Breath of the Wild's gameplay. Like, it's climbing, it's exploration, where it's just kind of, like, quiet and you're climbing stuff to get to the next spot. Just recently I started playing a game called Sable, a little indie game works. I might even wind up streaming it eventually, who knows, we'll find out. And that game is 100% the same kind of vibe that I was describing, where it's everything in Breath of the Wild, just like take the combat out. Like, you're not fighting anything, there's no health bars, there's the stamina bar is there, no health though. And you've got like this hover bike, and you're exploring this like vast desert, and there's like chill music, and it's all about exploration and climbing, and it's the same thing. And like, I'm really thinking that kind of game is where I'm at right these days. It's just a nice laid back adventure. We do have something on the map here. I don't know if it's this thing. We'll go to the debris first, and then we'll check out the little X, because the debris isn't too far from here. Silly me. You can't go on an uncharted world without someone who knows electronics or decryption. That's just the rules. It's just the rules. Alright, let's see. Bypass. We got some stuff. I don't even look. I rarely, if ever, look at the loot that you pick up. I look at it in the equipment screen, and when I'm specking out my characters, of course, but like, it's very rare that I'll actually like go, ooh, what's that? I mean, my eyes know what to look for, you know, if you're looking for like certain armors or something, but oh, this looks ominous. This looks ominous. It's got an X on the map. I think I'm about to eat my words. Yeah! Here we go. Thresher Moth fight. It's gotta be one of the last. I was not expecting this. Alright, he's got our wheel. Alrighty, Thresher Ma. We took on all your brothers and sisters. Oh crap, I forgot about this part. This is the new part. Alright, we got this, we got to take out the tentacles. It's your kind of stream, Sawyer. We've got Thresher Maws and we've got Rex all in one delicious combo here. No thanks. Do a little bunny hop. Look at him charge at us like he owns the place. Eating my words for dinner tonight. Told you, this planet is one of those planets where it's designed to psych you out, or it's 100% gonna be a fight. No in between. Come on out. Come on out. Just a bullet sponge these guys are. Tried and true tactic of doing donuts right in front of it so he can't properly aim at you. Seems, oh no, don't want to go that way. Tell you right now, the joystick on this controller is getting a workout from my thumb. Got 2 of our wheels, our health is around half. We're not on fire yet. Come on out. Come on out. Let's do this. Bring it. Let's get Rex out and do it personally. There we go. Yeah, we did it. Let's save, because this game is janky. Thresher Ma, baby. All throughout the game. I really wasn't expecting to have Thresher Ma's all throughout the game in the streams. Like, there's going to be a chunk of episodes where we actually finish the game and it's just story stuff and you're not going to see them there. But, like, we've consistently had Thresher Ma's in almost, not every episode, but, like, pretty abundant with the Thresher Ma content. Rex that Thresher, indeed, we did. We Rexed it. I'd take a whole Rex Mass Effect. Just give me a Mass Effect game where you're just Rex. I'd play that game. Whoa! That's how you don't use the jets properly. Thank God physics are wonky on this this planet. All right. And the reason we're here in the first place, the science facility. All right, so let's save again. Practice good save hygiene. And now we're gonna go into gameplay. There's that insanity difficulty we don't want to touch. And we've got squad power usage, defensive. Squad AI will only use defensive powers to protect themselves or others. That means it leaves us to use the offensive ones at our leisure. You've got all, and you've got none. So we could just stay on defensive. We could see how this goes. We could see how this goes. Let's just wing it. Let's get Rex with a pistol. And Tally with a pistol. That's actually kind of a bad idea. Let's give him the assault rifle and her the pistol. We'll go in. We'll just be really, really mindful of cover placement. Yeah, okay. Take down the terrorists, but remember to check your targets. The civilians are so addled by the drug, they'll wander right into the middle of a firefight. Oh, and by golly, will they ever. You're about to see. They're just chilling. Got some Inferno rounds there. Alright. Let's put you here. And you here, Tally. Rex and Tally, you take cover so you're not charging into friggin' combat without permission. I wish... They're just staring at the wall. Alright. They're gonna stay there, though. And let's trigger the combat. Let's see. So, that's an insane scientist. That's not a bad guy. That's a bad guy. Run! Alright, so just like the rogue VI on Luna, we're gonna lure these dudes into the tunnels. That way, Rex and Tally can have at them. Let's see, we're gonna use sabotage from Tally's end. And then we'll also get a barrier up on... No, we'll hang on the barrier. We're going to do marksman instead, so we're not going to overheat our weapon. And we'll get Tally to do an overload to get rid of some of these shields here. Alright. Decent damage so far. Let's get a carnage from Rex. Come on, Rex. Use your carnage. Oh, wait, no, that's Tally. Oh. Hang on. Let's... not use carnage instead, and just throw him down. You know what? Tally's not even hitting him. Alright, now we should be using a barrier, but we've been knocked down. See, this is why you don't want to be hit by biotics. Alright. We're okay. We're good. We're just a little hurt. As you can see with the red all over our screen, we'll get Tally to use an overload, and then Rex will use, let's see, warp. Alright, just like that. And I think, why is heal? Yeah, alright, let's heal. So everyone's still just chilling? No, you chill. Don't come any closer. Rex, you too. You don't come any closer. We're gonna go double check. Make sure all of the bad guys are coming to us, and we're not coming to them. Oh.
Enemies everywhere!
Well, at least we're behind cover. Tally is unfortunately in here with us. She's not obeying her commands. Let's see. Try to get rid of this guy quickly then. Using. Oh, I'm so worried about hitting a scientist. Oh yeah, see this one right there. Tally, stop shooting. Alright. Tally needs to stay in cover. There we go. Now they're actually taking cover. Perfect. You stay there. Use another metagel, and we're going to make sure we don't get any of these scientists killed. There's one. Alright, so we've got the leader attacking Tally now, I think. I can see the red blip on the radar. Yeah, here's the leader. Oh, this is not looking good for us. Ooh.
Shields down.
Oh. Alright, we're alive. We're good. We're okay. Alright, let's see if I can get adrenaline burst. That way I can get my berry. Ooh, look at that! We did it! You've cleared the facility. All of the civilians are safe, though still chattering to themselves and screaming at the garbage cans. Evolution of humanity, huh? Those biotics didn't seem that different from the other scum you deal with. Look at that sassy barrier activation. Alright, we can actually holster our weapon, not throw a grenade, because you don't want to accidentally push that button. We're going to make a new save there, just in case we didn't actually do it. Not that I'm going to redo it or anything. But look, we got the bad guys, and not the scientists. Look at these guys, just chilling.
If I don't hold still, it will all spill out. And then I won't be me anymore. I won't be me if it all spills out. I have to hold still.
You can talk to all of them, too, I think. I think they all have a couple things to mutter and say to you. Let's see here. Another one.
Bubbles, bubbles,
Let's see. I forget which door is the right door. One of the doors has loot, and that's the one we want first. Also, more dialogue from the insane scientists.
They're in my head. All of them. With knives.
Some more high-level weapons. Easy decryption. Let's see here. Some more stuff. What's our Omnigel count at? Oh, that's our journal. Hang on here. 107. Alright, we're still above 100. Oh, hey there, Slycrow. Nice to see ya. Yeah, I got myself a new job and had to adjust to a new schedule, so we're trying to get back into the groove of it here. Bit of a delay, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're doing the last chunk of side quests, I guess, before getting to the end of the game. There are a decent amount of side quests left. I mean, not too many. Less than we've gone through. Less than you'd expect, I guess. All right, so we've got Predator heavy armor and light armor for humans. Oh, actually, you know what? I think that's it. We did the quest. We cleared it. There's no confrontation at the end like most of these little facilities. We came in, we cleared out the biotic terrorists, and we made sure that no casualties on the scientist side happened. So we can just leave and go report to Hackett.
It's all so beautiful. Can you see it?
Insane scientist, man. I can see it. Alright. So this is just 2 side quests in this episode here. Alright. Back to the Normandy. Check the journal. It should say talk to Hackett. Yeah, report to Hackett. Alright, so before we report to Hackett, I will check in with our quests here. Oh, look at that. We've completed another one of our metals and gases quests. I think we were at 21 heavy metals now, where we were at 18 or 19 or so before. So we did that. That's awesome. We're looking for light metals and rare earths now. If we look in our assignment log here, the only quests that we really have currently active are this hostile takeover one, which I do want to tackle. It is a multi-point quest, so if we don't get to it today, it will be one we focus on before the end. There is this Asari diplomacy one that I did kind of want to get at the same time as hostile takeover, so that's kind of why they're sitting together. And then there's the fan, which we'll get to naturally. But the quests I really want to get to that relate sort of to Noveria, which we tackled last episode,
Message coming in.
we don't have
Patching it through.
in our journal yet.
I didn't think it could be done, Commander. You managed to secure the base and neutralize the biotics without a single civilian casualty.
We did it! I actually didn't do this on my my solo playthrough. I think 1 or 2 scientists met a terrible fate. Let's see here.
Just doing my job, Admiral. I couldn't let innocent lives be lost.
I wish every soldier had your definition of just doing your job. You're a credit to the uniform, Shepard. We're in your debt. 5th Fleet out.
Alright, let's mosey on out of the Hades Gamma cluster and into the Maroon Sea. I think the Maroon Sea is where we're going. Yeah, so we can go to the Maroon Sea or the Styx Theta cluster, which is where I kind of was thinking we should be headed with having just finished Noveria here. No, I think it's the Styx Theta. Let's go to Styx Theta. That's the one. So we've got Erebus and Acheron. So the Styx Theta and Maroon Sea, I can't remember if they're always there from the outset of the game, like the start of the game, because you do get access or gain access to more systems as you progress through the story. But as you can see, there's no quest leading us here. We're just curious and we're going. Like we're saying, oh, we haven't been to the Styx Theta cluster or the Maroon Sea yet. Let's go check it out. Because you know, I've kind of been a heavy-handed guide throughout this entire series and just saying this is where we're going, this is what we're doing, this is why we're doing it, that I'm kind of really making anyone who's watching losing out on the experience of discovering what's in store in the Mass Effect universe and in the game itself, which is, you know, really a large part of this game. So you need to remember what you have access to is this map screen, and you can kind of go, oh, Kepler Verge, what's that? And you kind of click it and zoom in. You go, oh, that's a cool color. These are cool names, and I'm just gonna go check it out. And oh, I can land on this planet. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. We're saying we finished the story quest. We've got access to Styx Theta. Let's go check it out and see what's happening.
Commander, we've got an incoming distress signal. Patching through to you.
Mayday! 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 This is Lieutenant Marie Durand, 314th Infantry, Alliance 10th Frontier Division. The listening post has been overrun by unidentified hostile life forms. Request immediate extraction.
Oh, damn. Alright. So now we do indeed have a quest associated with the Erebus system, but as we must, we're going to check out every other planet first in the system. So let's start here with Choffin. Choffin is an unusually small hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and hydrocarbons in the atmosphere. The Alliance surveyor ship Ibn Battuta reported inconclusive evidence of hydrocarbon life in the deeper layer of the atmosphere, over 1,000 kilometers below the cloud tops, where pressure compresses Choffin's hydrogen into a liquid state. Proof of life in this environment would prove many long-standing theories. Unfortunately, only a probe with extremely expensive Mass Effect generators could survive the crushing pressure long enough to send back useful data, and the probe would be lost in the attempt. Simple expense makes investigation doubtful. You know, it's funny rereading these out loud, because I often read them in my head when I play, that I'm so familiar with all these little stories and little tidbits of the Mass Effect universe that I often forget where I learned them and picked them up. They're here, just in the planet descriptions or in the weapon mod descriptions about a company or something. Quaiji is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of methane and ethane. The surface is composed of silica with deposits of uranium and heavy metals. Clouds of small water ice crystals are common. Quaiji's skies are full of fine silica dust. From the surface, the sky has a pronounced salmon hue. The cursory initial scans from the Alliance surveyor ship Ibn Battuta showed geometric patterns in the northern hemisphere deserts, visibly only in the ultraviolet band. Normandy's sensors see nothing of the kind. We'll scan for a heavy metal, which we already have plenty of. Nepmos is where we're landing. I do remember that. Wormani has only been visited by a single unmanned probe. It is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with large formations of water vapor clouds in the upper atmosphere. We survey, we found a Prothean data disk recovered. Scans of the planet Wormani turned up a few odd readings. Chief Engineer Adams fine-tuned the scans and discovered an automated repair drone in orbit. Tally and Adams brought the drone on board and to dismantle it and found a Prothean data disk in its core. I hope you're not all growing attached to my reading voice and whatnot, because one thing that you will lose going to the sequels of Mass Effect 1 is my need to read things to you. There's significantly less reading and much more watching that will be occurring in the sequels. Nepmos is a resource-rich terrestrial world somewhat larger than Earth, with a dense atmosphere of sulfur dioxide and argon. Nepmos' crust is very thin and unstable, not more than 8 kilometers deep in any location. Subsurface magma flows are a hazard to ground travel, and earthquakes are frequent. While heavy metals and radioactives are plentiful, this geological instability has deterred investment by mining concerns. An additional complication is that the Styx cluster lies uncomfortably close to the 5 kiloparsec ring around the galactic core. The ring contains a great deal of molecular hydrogen, fueling the majority of the galaxy's star formation. This area is too dangerous to safely travel. So, seeing that as this is an Alliance distress call, let's bring with us Ashley Williams, and of course to give ourselves some tech ability, we're gonna bring Garrus. So I like doing this quest after Noveria, because of the things that you learn while on Noveria. And I'll kind of leave it at that before we get too far into it here. Oh, I cannot remember if I should just be going to the listening post first. We're going to go check out this first anomaly. We are going to save, obviously, practice that good save hygiene, and down the hill of Netmos we go. So this is supposed to be a very volatile planet, hence the embers in the sky floating around. That scorched skyline off in the distance with the smoke. Oh, geez, nice little hole we just drove ourselves into there. So this quest actually has a string of quests tied to it. A little bit of lore will be given, kind of thing. But this one in particular is a little combat heavy. Now, we probably could have benefited, honestly, from bringing Rex. I just didn't want to lose out on that combat ability. Or, sorry, not combat ability. Lose out on the tech ability that Garrus kind of brings to the table. Here we go. Alright, made the right call by coming here. Discovery. It appears these particle borers were shut down after breaking through into tunnels just below the surface. The shacks and equipment are stenciled with the logo of the Tenkara Mining Consortium, but there is no trace of the mining crew. Ooh, and we've got what looks like Rachni holes. Let's scope the place out. So it's surprising that this place isn't like a level 1 or 2 heat hazard or something with the, Oh, we've got Rachni calls off in the distance. Ominous warnings of what's to come. So on the episode that we visited the Earth's moon in our solar system, the noise that you're hearing in the background on this planet can actually be heard on Luna. And the Easter egg or the joke in Mass Effect lore is that Rachni are on the moon. Nothing is really just like delved into further on that, by the way. It's just fun. So I'm hoping at the very least, within the time we have left, which we still have a decent amount, to finish the string of quests associated with this quest here, which leaves us with the hostile takeover and Nisana's quest, which is what I had mentioned wanting to do all at once, or rather in one chunk. But we'll see how much time we have when we end here. Like, I was not anticipating the first 2 quests taking around 60-ish minutes. Not that is a bad thing by any means. More episodes is more episodes. However, after we finish the side quests that we're on currently, and we have the story beats to do, before we get into the next major story beat of Mass Effect, which would be, in this case here, Vermeer, we're going to start the DLC Bring Down the Sky, which we've technically had access to ever since getting access to the Normandy. We could do it at any point in the game, which kind of makes it a little bit of a tricky one to fit in terms of pacing, because it is just DLC kind of thrown in there. So I thought if we treated it like the final side quest, if you will, to kind of pace out the side quests and story beats and whatnot. So we'll be doing Bring Down the Sky once we finish all the side quests. Alright, so here we are at the listening post, and we've got Alliance soldiers, it seems, or soldiers of some kind, fighting Rachni. Alright, let's see here. Let's get everyone with their weapons drawn. We don't need a pistol. Let's bring a shotgun to this party. Oh my god, they're really charging us. Alright, let's post our squad around the cover, so we got a bit of coverage here. Alright, is Garrus not moving? Come on, Garrus, do your thing. Oh my gosh! Look at him charging us! Those little feet! Wow, Ashley really doesn't have that many abilities. Okay. Doing good, we're doing good. We got biotics. You know, I really miss Rex when he's not in the party. See, Shepard doesn't even need cover. Shepard's just rampaging on her own. Alright, so we should be able to talk to Lieutenant Durand here.
First Lieutenant Durand, ma'am. 3rd Brigade, 14th Infantry Regiment, and I am damn glad to see you.
Let's see here.
We heard you needed some backup.
Actually, we need to get the hell out of here. But I guess your ship couldn't carry us all. They dropped us here a few months back. We get supplies every couple weeks. We didn't see anything local that was more dangerous than lichen. Yesterday, these animals started coming out of the ground. No idea where they're from. This is what's left out of 90 men. I'm the ranking officer.
Why are you out here in the first place?
There's been a lot of pirate activity in this cluster. We set up a chain of listening posts in the local systems, in case they have a staging base.
We do have a ship in orbit. We could bombard them.
Wouldn't do much good. They're moving around deep underground. The only time they come near the surface, and they're right on our position. You bombard them, you take us out too.
So Lieutenant Durand kind of hinted at the other quests, other listening posts, or the other kind of sensors out there. Let's see here. So we know what they are. We know they're Rachni.
They're not animals. They're a sentient species. You study history? They're called Rachni.
Never heard of them. Can't say I care. What we just fought was a probe. Our seismic sensors are picking up a crapload more on their way up from underground. We've got 5 minutes, tops. We might be able to hold them off if we were at peak, but you can see the fighting's busted this place up.
Do what you can to secure your position. We'll see if we can get some of your defenses operational.
Aye, aye, Commander. You heard the woman. Everybody pool magazines, get a drink while you can. And if anyone wants a smoke, it's as good a time as any.
I've always loved this quest because it's just so directly influencing Starship Troopers. The only good bug is a dead bug. Alright, the generator has been ripped apart by Rachni claws, leaving the defensive turrets inoperable. It would be possible, however, to power the turrets off the Mako's engine, but this would make it impossible to drive or fire the Mako's own weapons. So you have to decide, do you want the Mako's firepower to help you in this situation, or do you want the automated turret's fire to help you in this situation? I always go connect to the generator. So now Mako is not usable, and we've got these big bad turrets. Or a medical kit, so we'll get a Metagel here. Speaking of, let's heal up. Meta-gel deployed. So you can see the bottom right, we've got a timer that counts down to the next wave of enemies, and then we just fight them. We just take them on. Like I said, this is largely just a combat-heavy sequence. Ooh, I'm really missing Rex right about now.
All patched up.
Let's see. Ooh, I patched up our squad without healing Garrus first. My bad. All right.
Huddle up.
So if you're noticing they're going down quickly, even though we're on Insanity, it's because they're coming at you in such a large number. The game's kind of taking a little bit of pity on you and not giving you Rachni their full strength. Though they are still challenging. You don't want to be hit by too much of the poison that they shoot out. It is still toxic and damages you over time. That hasn't changed. All that matters is you just keep firing. Hey, it's a lot like Mass Effect 2 in that sense. It's just a lot of combat. It's a lot of except no cover. I'm not using any cover. That's one of the big differences. I don't really see the need for it here. I like to move when I fight Rachni, not stand still. So we got 41 seconds until the next wave. Yes, Sawyer, always missing Rex. I was silly to not bring Rex. I can't always bring... I mean, you can always bring Rex. There's no reason... No in-game reason or outside game reason telling you to not always bring the same characters. It's just a matter of... I don't want to seem overly biased, I guess. I play this game too friendly. I gotta make all the characters, make sure that they
I wish you were a
have a turn out on missions, you know, I'll get some dialogue in. That's the big one. If I'm streaming, I think that's the big one, is that I want to make sure that more than one character is talking kind of thing, because, like, they all have something to say and bring different perspectives, right? So, although we do miss Rex in the combat, can't always be with us, unfortunately. Though it does feel a little appropriate to bring him for a Rachni fight, but... especially with what's coming later, but we're not going to talk about that yet. See, like, this is rough. Another bit of biotic power would have helped. I think Garrus needs a bit of, needs an exoskeleton or something. Let's see if we can swap mid-fight here? Let's see what we got. Kinetic Buffer, Energized Weave, Shield Recovery, Hardening, 16% shields, mobile accuracy, cooldown reduction. Let's see if we can swap that for a medical exoskeleton to give him 65% toxic resistance, reduction in power, cooldown, and health regen per second. So we're going to get a bit of resistance to these Rachni here. Alright, what are we saying here in the chat? Well, it's funny that you say that, Sawyer. I just have to imagine Rex comes home with awesome stories that everyone loves to hear, even more than they would actually experience it. I don't know if we've got to the point in the stream where Rex talks about this time he's hunting down a mercenary. I could be mistaken. You'll have to correct me if you remember that story where Rex is like, this one time Volus hired me to be a bodyguard. If you haven't heard that story, what you just described, it happens. It absolutely happens. 100%. Rex is the dad. Medical exoskeleton. Let's put that on Garrus, and we'll take a look at Ashley here. She's got one, I think. Medical interface, exoskeleton. Okay. And Shepard, we've got combat exoskeleton. So no toxic resistance on Shepard. But it's a lot easier to be mindful of Shepard's health than it is of the squads. Because you can see the UI at the bottom for the health in the Legendary Edition is different than the standard or the regular edition of Mass Effect. In that they've unified the health bars to look more like Mass Effect 2 and 3, which is fine. But in Mass Effect 1, you had a much more, I want to say, detailed breakdown of what your team's health looked like, because everyone's health was kind of laid out the same way, had the same size font to it and everything. Shields were broken up in like little chunks, almost like, I always thought of them as like little pieces of Pez dispense candies. That's what they looked like. Like a couple Pez nodules for your shields. That's what it used to look like. Anyways, I'm rambling about the old Mass Effect. Shepard doesn't need cover. Shepard charges danger head on. Garrus was not the right choice. Look at him just continuously fainting. Look at him over here. Let's, you know what? I'd never pull up photo mode, but let's pull up photo mode just for one, I guess we can't while we run. One quick second and take a quick gander. Look at him. Look at him just in the middle of a fight. Super useful Garrus. That should be the thumbnail right here. Garrus, super useful. Anyways. I'm just hating on Garrus. He's one of the best characters, don't get me wrong. Doesn't come into his own really until... Oh! Here I am, goofing off in photo mode. And the game's just like, nah. You starting the whole fucking planet over. Well, now's our chance. You know what? Now's our chance. We're lamenting about him this whole time. Let's just bring him. I had this whole bit about not having to bring him for every goddamn quest, but Ashley was not helping us there whatsoever, and we have to do it over again anyways. Let's bring the tried and true squad, Rex and Garrus. Do the whole damn thing over. Video games, friends. See, this is what happens when you don't practice good save hygiene. Now we gotta do all those waves of the rock knife fight over again. Alright. Let's go to this camp again. Look at me not following my own advice. I'm eating my words and not following my own advice. I'm a shining example of what not to do. Alright, do a little jump. I'm glad the Mako's as bouncy as it is. I think what's especially annoying is that there's a mineral up here too, so we gotta resurvey the mineral. There it is, yeah. Of course. Gosh, I hate having to redo stuff. I mean, I don't always hate it in games. I mean, look at something like Hades, right? Where you're just constantly doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. That's where it works. That's not what I mean in this situation. I mean losing progress. Like you play Skyrim and don't save for an hour and then game crashes or something. Because of course it does. It's Skyrim. That stuff, it's upsetting. But it's okay. We'll persevere. I think we were at like 80 minutes when I started this, so we just wasted a good old 14 minutes. Who knows? Who knows how much time we wasted? That's just one perspective, though. I shouldn't say wasted. I should say look at the lesson we learned. That's a better way of saying it, right? I'm just gonna hold my finger down on the left bumper and just every time the jet's ready to go, it's just gonna boost. So I hope you like that jet propulsion sound, because it's just, we're spamming it. Oh yeah, we had 2 minerals. Why didn't I save after playing Simon Says twice? That's not a very me thing to do. Oh. We passed it. Back up. Alright, mineral. Another heavy metal. Something we absolutely apparently need, says the game. And there's the camp again, so let's just go. Oh, God. It's frustrating that this is the quest that we died and didn't save on, because it's just combat. If it was something I could speed through, like dialogue, that's one thing. God, alright. Here we go. I think we can start this now. Yeah! Alright, now we've got Rex. We're forced to be reckoned with. Can't complain about not having Rex when we have Rex. I think we need to give Garrus the combat exoskeleton again. Sorry, combat medical exoskeleton? There we go, medical exoskeleton. Kinetic buffer. Ooh, I do see that we have a kinetic exoskeleton. That's what we want. Kinetic exoskeleton 8. Alright, so we want that for sure. That's just an upgraded version of what we currently have. Alright, and I think Garrus could actually probably use that too, if I am not mistaken, because he's got a kinetic buffer, kinetic exoskeleton 7. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, Garrus is also a force to be reckoned with. Now I wonder if they'll actually take cover like I'm telling them to. No, you know what? Screw it. If they're in one spot, they're an easier target for the Rachni, so let's not put them in one spot. If only our pistol did a little bit more damage. Oh yeah, one thing to mention. Rex currently has... See the dude's on fire? Rex currently has explosive rounds equipped on his shotgun. So I think he's got like one shot in before it overheats. So let's swap him to his assault rifle. Maybe we'll do a bit more damage there. Alright, 37 seconds. We've already talked to Lieutenant Durand.
14th Infantry Regiment.
We've already done all this, so we'll skip through.
There's been a lot of... You bombard... We might be able to... Everybody pool magazines and grenades. Take a leak and a drink while you can. And if anyone wants a smoke, it's as good a time as any.
So you can actually save in between the waves here, which is helpful and something that I should have did before. But hindsight's 2020, right? So let's check out the little camps here. We got upgrade kit, snowblind rounds, inferno rounds. 10. I think we can use that. Garrus currently has Inferno rounds 8, so we can go to 10 here. And Shepard does have Cryo rounds 7. Alright, so if we go to Snowblind rounds 9. Yeah, there we go. I know I haven't spent a whole lot of time in the inventory menus throughout the streams, and I mean that's to the people watching's benefit, because it's not super entertaining to watch, you know, 15-20 minutes of like like inventory management. I mean, I'd watch it if a streamer I was watching was doing it. I mean, I have watched that stuff, but like we'd be dragging the episodes on at that point. So if you'll notice, we're actually shooting slower, I think, because of this ammo. I'm not entirely sure though. Let's see if we can speed that up. Nah, it's not going any faster. Let's see if we can get Garrus to use his sniper rifle maybe. Maybe he'll do some more damage with that. Alright, Shepard was taking some damage there. Ooh, look at all the Rachni just piling up. Alright. We've got 5 Metagel on us. We don't want to use them all necessarily right here. We will if we have to, but we don't want to. Watch the flank too. We don't want to be accidentally snuck up on and killed like last time. Alright. Alright, we're doing good. We're doing good. Let's see if we can't get this other guy out. Alright, let's get Garrus back onto his assault rifle, get some more suppressing fire so it's not just one shot every couple seconds. Alright, 47 seconds to the next wave. Alright, we're doing okay. We can... Oh, wait, we can't save. Let's see if holstering... Yeah, holstering usually lets you save. Pro tip, Mass Effect 1, holster your weapon if you can't save. Not always a shoo-in to make sure that you're going to be able to, but it's a good test. Alright, so we've got 4 Metagels left. I really don't want to use them all here, because this is not the end of the combat once we're done this section here. Just as a heads up. Alright, so we've got about 20 seconds left.
You're leaving, huh? We'll hold.
I ain't slept in, a long time.
Ain't slept in a long time. We got more Arachni. They're gonna come from all sides. Let's see if we can't get some of these guys taken out with biotics so they're not too overwhelming. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Alright, biotics on you. Biotics on you. So we can switch over to our shotgun. More heavy fire. Alright, we seem to be fine on the right flank here. I'll just double check. Alright, there's another one. Let's see. So far, okay. We're doing alright. Oh, oh, oh. Flanking us again. Not paying attention to my right flank. Well, Sawyer, you were certainly right. Rex has not died once. Charge! Risky. Risk it for the biscuit. They're coming at us. All angles. Let's see. Warp on that one. No Arachni is going to survive too long after being warped. Biotics are nice for the Arachni because it really disables their... Oh, well, it's nice for any enemy, really, but like disabling that poison shot is definitely a must. Ooh, there goes Garrus. He survived a few more waves this time. Looks like he's more viable when he's paired up with Rex, that's for sure. Little legs. Alright, Rex, let's do this. Alright, let's get Garrus back in. Garrus down but not out. Let's see, how many more are there? A few of them coming at us in the middle. I'm gonna warp on that one so he takes more damage, and we'll throw, or we'll lift this one so he's not charging. Alright, nice. Right in the air. More off in the distance here. Oh, Rex is down! Down for the count. Probably wasn't paying attention to his poison damage. Come on, Garrus, just me and you. Oh.
Clear.
Rex is back. All right, we seem good. Doesn't seem like there's another wave coming. Let's talk to the Alliance Marine.
That's it, right? We can leave?
Oh, sorry, Lieutenant Duran, I mean.
Holy hell, ma'am. Talk about a near-run thing. You all right?
I'm pissed off. When I get pissed off, I shoot things. Find me more bugs.
Around here, they're more likely to find you. There's one other thing I should mention. One of our other listening posts went offline 3 days ago. I don't know if it's coincidence, a pirate raid, or what, but if you want to check in on them.
Well, we're definitely gonna swing
We'll check
by.
on 'em. I don't know why there are arachni loose out here, but I intend to find out.
Find out
Ma'am,
we will.
We're getting a signal from one of the ground scan UAVs. A big hollow space about 500 meters under the surface.
Right, that must be it. That must be where they're coming from. My people aren't in any condition for a clearing operation, though.
What sort of opposition would you expect?
Hell if I know. I hope we've bled them. But that's tight quarters, and their territory. If you want to take a throw at it, we'll give you the coordinates. But it's your call. You saved our asses, Commander. Thanks.
Oh, look at this juddery animation.
If you go
Nice.
after that hive, watch your back.
Looks like she's stuck on the lip
Ain't
of
any
the
pirates here anyway.
cover there. Alright, we definitely want to save now. Because if you think that was hard combat, then the next bit is going to be quite challenging. This is really where your high-level loot and gear kind of come into play. You need some survivability. Oh yeah, you also have to deactivate the generator, so you can use your Mako again. And the reason we didn't go to the other locations before is because we now have this arachnite-infested mine to go check out. So we can go check out this anomaly and the debris, if we so choose, which we will. So let's go check out the anomaly and then head on to the arachnite-infested mine. And we are actually encroaching on my usual stream time. I mean, the Legendary series ranges between 2.5 hours. Never 2 hours and 40 minutes. I don't really remember how much longer the other quests would take, but I don't really want to do them separately. So we'll see how much longer this takes us, and we'll go from there, I guess. I am a little nervous about the upcoming combat situation we're going to find ourselves in, though we do have Rex on our squad, so it can't all be bad. And Shepard's not too shabby herself. She's quite formidable. Hold her own. How high we have to go for this anomaly? Is it like right here? Oh, it's right here. Wonderful. Medallion recovered. One of the miners had a League of One medallion. It's possible he discovered it while they were digging, but there is no way to know for certain. And we check the map, and we're gonna head on up to the arachnite-infested mine. And I'm sure you can tell by the title of the location we're going to that it's going to be full of arachnite enemies. But we are going to aim for the debris first, so we can get that bit of EXP and the items there. Ooh, big old jagged rock that we're climbing up. I don't like to climb those often, if I can help it. Alright, so we've got debris at the top, mineral at the bottom. Let's go debris first, and then just make our way down. Looks like we can climb this little side spot here. Ooh, maybe. Oh, thank God for the boosters. And it's not even going to be up, it's going to be down. Yeah, of course. Of course, of course. Simon Says. Oh, no, we'll just use Omni Gel, I guess. And over to the mineral. I guess it was still up. Okay, so this is down. That was up. Mineral surveyed. Light metal, that's what we want to see. No heavy metal, only light metal. No need for heavy metal right now. Alright, we'll save and go right into this mine shaft here. Nice little parking job. Well, actually, we kind of we blocked the entrance. Oops. That's better. Oh yeah, I forgot we had this whole time I've not even been looking, but we have a Geth pulse rifle. Check it out. I never even thought to use this. I think that's what Garrus is also using. Oh, he's not. He's not using the Geth pulse rifle. Usually I have Garrus using the Geth pulse rifle. Weird. Whatever. Ah, whatever. It doesn't really matter. We'll probably find another one, I'm sure. This section though. We'll see how it goes. Creepy, wet, dank tunnels. No music. Oh shit! We got Rachni. Everyone get back. Everyone get back. Oh lord. Oh lordy, lordy, lordy. Alright. That little nest nodule seems to be taken care of. Gotta be... Oh, crap! Alright, you don't want to get pinned in this spot. Do not want to get pinned, because they will just swarm the bejesus out of you. And you never know which ones they're gonna pop out of. It might be a set one, I'm not entirely sure. I really could not tell you. Lift this guy so we can actually see him. How do you like the poison damage, Rachni? What goes around comes around. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. I ideally want to clear this main room. What do we got here? Assault rifle, light armor, human, We've got Colossus 9 armor. This is a game changer. I wasn't expecting to see it so soon. Look at that stat increase. From 38 to 64 damage protection. From 299 shields to 345. From 16 tech and biotic protection to 36. And check it out. It's still red. It's still red and black. Oh, I love it. I like the Colossus medium armor better, to be quite honest with you. Which is actually one of the reasons why I play Bring Down the Sky so late in my playthrough, but I'll explain that when we get to it. But yeah, we got Colossus armor. Hell yeah, that's some of the best armor in the game. I was not expecting it at this point. I will take it though, and I will save. Because I don't know if that's a guaranteed drop or not. Colossal. Oh gosh. Warp these guys, so that way we can hurt them a lot quicker. Let's see if we can find any more of these nests. Worst part about this little section is that they're kind of tucked away everywhere, and if you get too far in, they can so easily flank you, like that, and then you get swarmed, and you can't go back fast enough to survive. Like this guy's stuck here, so we'll lift him up, see if we can get a better shot of him. All right. Gemini Amp 9. Well, we're getting... Okay, I mentioned earlier in the stream that we weren't... I don't tend to read loot, and that's very true until around this point in the game when you start getting really good stuff. Like level 9 and 10 stuff, that's when I really started to pay attention. It's like, all right, what do we got? Gemini Amp 9. It doesn't seem like it's something we're going to be using right this moment here.
Dead and done, just the way I like 'em.
Oh, God. That was so bad. Oh, come on, Garrus. Oh, I almost saved him. that was rough. There was no way he was gonna survive that without much more damage protection. Let's see, warp and throw. I think it was 2 nests that just burst on us there. Yeah, definitely it was 2 nests. All right, we'll heal up so we're not taking as much damage. We'll get a barrier going. Get more damage protection. We'll use throw and warp again, just I'll be throwing instead of Rex. Oh, come on. Why can't I shoot? Oh, that was very weird. My trigger wasn't working. All right, it's working now. We're good. Everyone's alive. Ah! We'll use another meta-gel. We've got 1 meta-gel left. That's rough. That's rough. All right. We can save, though, and we are absolutely going to. Save in between every combat situation you find yourself in this game, especially on Insanity difficulty. Having to redo any of these sections like we just did earlier can be so frustrating. All right, this looks like it's largely a boxed-in area. I don't think we can... Yeah, you loop back around this way, but I don't think it needs any results. All right, cool. Just making sure we're clear, and then we can move on, and there's not going to be any flanking Rachni from behind us. Because we've got these... Oh, wait, there's this one to deal with. Crap. We'll lift, and that'll take care of 1 of them, at least. Oh, 2 of them! Haha! Where's the other one? There he is. Alright. Most of the Rachni in this area have been cleared. Can't save yet. Will a holster do it? Nope. Alright. Onward. Think we're good, eh, Rex? Do ya? Do ya? Alright, let's find out how good we actually are. Let's find out. That's a big hole. Warp. Let's do some damage. Oh, there goes Garrus already. Okay. We've only got 1 meta-gel left, so any poison damage we take is really gonna be painful. So we're gonna want to heal up Garrus first. Oh, and then there is the reason I've been so wary. You can't really see it right now, but right there, we got a Rachni Brood Warrior. They really, really hurt you with that poison damage. I don't know if I can even risk getting hit by another shot of theirs. Alright, let's see what I can do to disable his momentum. throw on both of them, disable them. Adrenaline burst will actually get me my warp again. Oh, this feels so cheesy just to cheese it from a corner.
I'm okay.
Alright, we'll get Garrus back. And we'll see if he can do sabotage. We'll get another warp going here. Oh, he's so far away we can't actually target him with our shots here. You can actually tell the Rachni Brood Warrior is using biotics against us too, which is terrifying if you ask me. It's using stasis actually. It just froze me there. Alright, Sawyer, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you can catch the end of it there when it gets uploaded to YouTube. Alright, we've got ourselves some medium armor, firestorm, some weapons and whatnot. Alright, we took out the Brood Warrior though, that's all that matters. We unfortunately have no more medkits to deal with this entire nest with. And I think, okay. Wish there were more medkits. We don't have any grenades either. Come on out. I know you're here. Oh, I don't look good. I don't look good. Ooh, this Geth pulse rifle's doing the trick. Oh, there goes Garrus. Good old Garrus. Look at that Geth pulse rifle go. It's just taking on these Rachni like it's nobody business. Why wasn't he using this the whole time? Maybe Garrus needs the Geth pulse rifle after all. Alright, use an adrenaline burst. That gives Unity a second win so we can... Oh man, Garrus is just not having a time. Oh, he's almost dead too. He's almost dead. There we go. We did it. Records of the Rachni War suggest Brood Warriors, the male-gendered Rachni, only fight when a hive is severely pressed. It's safe to say you've eliminated the Rachni on Netmos. Well, not really, little Codex. There's a one Rachni soldier right here who will absolutely destroy us if we're not careful. Alright, biotics will keep it down. Oh no, god. I don't even know what to do. Oh my god. That was the most stressful thing. Can we save? Can we do that? Is that a thing I'm able to do now? Yes, okay. Garrus gave us the clear, all targets down. We did it. Oh, okay. So this quest, or this planet, this mission in particular, is kind of supposed to... Oh, a Predator M9 album. Or album. Predator M9 armor. Anyways, this specific mission, it kind of serves as the end cap of the aforementioned string of quests that are associated with this one. So that's kind of why it's like, oh, you've eliminated the Rachni on Netmos, and you fought 2 Brood Warriors, an enemy you don't even fight on Noveria, when you're there. So it's very much kind of like the bosses of the missions, if you will. Like that's the kind of high-level enemy you have to fight. However, the quest can be completed in any order, and I figured because it's I've been completing the things in a certain order, it's kind of fun to play things out of order sometimes. So we're gonna do the other quests associated with this one, as they come to us. I just like to do this one after Novaria. We did it. We survived. We leveled up. We got everything on the map.
Get down!
It's safe to go back to the Normandy. Whew. To say that was an excursion would be apt. Alright, so here we are with our skill points. We've got 2 of them to assign. This should give us our master throw. We are now a throw master. Oh, I hadn't realized that lift was only like 1 and warp was only 1. Well, we could go and get advanced warp now. I'm actually kind of building Shepard funny in this playthrough. You can see I've got assault training, tactical armor, throw, shock trooper charm, and spectre training all maxed, but my abilities are kind of lacking, so I kind of like use my squad mates as a means to even out my kind of lackluster strength in my abilities. Alright, now we're back on the Citadel, or not Citadel, we're back on the Normandy, so I can save. We are over time, and we don't have another quest here. However, I would like to, at the very least, check out the next system in the Styx Theta cluster here. So let's move on over to Acheron. So if I quickly scan, I'm not entirely sure which planet is a landable planet or not, but we're going to take a look at all the planets here anyways. Farthorol, a modest terrestrial planet. Wait, you know what? Let's quickly check to make sure that we haven't been here already before reading everything out. Altahi. I can't remember if we've been here or not, now that I mention it. One way to usually tell is if this isn't surveyed. Yeah, okay, so this planet's not surveyed, that means we haven't been here. Alright, so my memory's a little foggy with what we haven't done. Like I mentioned going to the Maroon Sea earlier before hitting Styx Theta, but we've actually already been to the Maroon Sea for some quests. As I was thinking through where we've been and where we haven't, I kind of had the realization that we have indeed been to the Maroon Sea. If you remember the espionage probe quest with the guy that was at the Skillian Blitz. You meet him and you take him on. Anyways, Farthorol, a modest terrestrial planet. Farthorol has a thin atmosphere composed of carbon dioxide and chlorine. The crust is mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of nickel. The terrain is extremely rough, a patchwork of craggy, overlapping craters dating back to the formation of the solar system. Farthorol is tidally locked to the star Acheron. The day side has never been fully mapped. Ominous. Got another planet here, Imanea. Though exceptionally large for a terrestrial world, Imanea is composed of water ice and with a core of various carbonaceous compounds. It has a density only half that of Earth and an atmosphere of nitrogen and carbon monoxide. The surface is composed of surprisingly pure water ice with a high albedo. Got another planet here, Grossolgan. Grossolgan? Yeah, sure. An enigmatic rock of ice planet, Grossolgan has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. The surface is composed of frozen water and chlorine. Light metal surveyed. And I didn't think I saw anything in my initial scan of the asteroid belt here, but we'll quickly take a look again. Oh, we got something. Carbonaceous asteroid. A dark asteroid of mixed carbonaceous materials. Let's survey. Turian insignia. That, I think, gives us 13 out of 13 Turian insignias. You discovered signs of battle while scanning an asteroid field in the Acheron system. A small recon and recovery team led by Navigator Presley was able to determine that many of the ships were marked with the Epirus colony insignia. Oh, that good old Navigator Presley. So if you go to our journal here, one less quest. Look how small our quest log is. It almost all fits in one screen here. We've just got a few minerals, light metals actually, and rare earths to grab to finish up the light metals or the valuable minerals quest. One league mine as well to finish up the signs of battle quest. We did do in this actual episode, we did the Turian insignias and the matriarch's writings, as well as finished off the heavy metals. So good on us, we're cleaning everything right up here. All right, so we've got Altahay. He is an exceptional form of planet called a rush world. Put simply, it is one half of a pair of small and unusually dense terrestrial worlds, Altahay and Ontahay, that orbit each other so closely they effectively share a single atmosphere. That's really cool. This looks like a typo. Does not mean this does not mean that one could fly from one to the other, but both have identical atmospheres, and dust from one often can be found on the other. That's really cool. Imagine like the surface view, and I'm sure we'll see it actually here in a minute. Both worlds share an atmosphere of nitrogen and ethane. The surface is warm and mainly composed of silica dust and dark basilic rocks, with extensive deposits of heavy metals and radioactives. Tidal effects from Ontahay create constant heavy wind. Alrighty here, so we've been bringing Rex and Garrus a lot. I think it's time to bring out Caden, and we'll do Rex again, why not? Keep it in theme for Sawyer, although he's not watching anymore. Bring Rex, just for him. Alright, we'll take a look at our map here. What do we got? Listening post. Nothing else. Just this listening post. Huh. Okay. Not ominous at all. So we got 6 points to spend on Caden here. Let's give him Master Throw. And I think we'll do Master Lift, and that should give us our point value that we need. Alright, so now he's the Master Thrower and Master Lifter. And for Rex, let's boost up Warp, because Warp seems to be quite handy. And we'll mark our listening post. And if you do recall, because this is the Styx Theta cluster, the Alliance, or Lieutenant Durand, actually, had mentioned that they had listening posts set up on their planet that we had went and investigated. That's where we saw the Brood Warriors, or whatever, the male Rachni warriors. So this is another listening post. We'll see what we can find here. Alright, so here's the skyline that you can see Ontahiron, whatever it was. There's the two planets that are like super close together, that they share an atmosphere or whatever it was that they were describing. There's the skyline of it. And I think I mentioned in an earlier episode, that giant craggly canyon right in the center, or like down south of the center of the planet that we're looking at right here. I got my crosshair on it. They reused that asset quite a bit in Mass Effect 1. You can see that planet in different colors, but it's the same kind of design in the skybox. And it's actually, as I mentioned in that earlier episode, a feature seen on Mars. Just kind of have that there. So whether or not that's actually Mars, I can't tell you. Sorry, capsule. Oh, I can hear the Rachni. Matriarch's writings recovered. This downed satellite had one of Matriarch Dillaninga's writing in its... Whether it was placed before or after it crashed is uncertain. We'll take the loot, or the experience, and the credits, but we do not need the writing. I mean, we're going to take it anyways, obviously. But so, here's our listening post. And you can even see the Rachni eggs or nests or modules, whatever they are, you can see them. You got the little spawn holes here and then the little nest things here. And they will come out and fight us. But we've got the Mako this time, baby. Rachni, meet Mako. This thing takes down Thresher Maws, and these little Rachni soldiers think that they can take us on. One thing that's very, very nice in the Legendary Edition, as I will continue to reiterate over and over and over, is that the experience penalty for taking out enemies in the Mako is gone, so stuff like this feels so satisfying. You don't have to get out. Like, originally, I would have weakened each individual Rachni down like this, just like this, and then got out and took him on by foot. Or I would have got out on my foot if I wanted a more of a intense challenge and take them all on by foot, but, you know, do what we gotta do. So we should be able to go into the listening post, I thought. Yeah, here we are, the door. It's just in the back side here. Another save. Got our creepy music. Ooh. Dead soldier. Doesn't bode well for what we're about to find inside. More dead soldiers. We got some hard decryption here. We'll save the Omni Gel in case we need it for later. So we'll do some Simon Says. Anything good? We got lots of weapons. That's not terrible. It actually is worth saving after doing Simon Says. See, like, this is the more behavior, is to save after every little friggin' hacking minigame. Okay, so we've got Caden and Rex, Biotic Powerhouse team we've got here. Come on, Rachni, bring it. So all the little green Rachni are gonna come first. Get a warp in there. Get an aid station. That's nice. We'll get 2 metagels. That'll come in handy. Oh, Caden is down for the count. Well, we probably should have checked to see what Caden has for armor mods. That way we could have probably added a medical interface or medical exoskeleton, something to mitigate him from taking that poison damage, which is probably what took him out. But we're good right now. I think he'll come back. He should come back. Yep, there he is. Okay, let's take a quick look at him here. Caden. Kinetic buffer. Medical exoskeleton. He's got one. Ooh, he could have some better armor, though. Duelist. What's it look like? Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Let's swap it up. Alright, Caden's got some new armor. Actually, we should check to see if Rex should has some new armor too. I don't think he does. I didn't see any pop up, but well, there is this one. I don't like to wear it though because it's camo. Rex in his traditional red is more my style. We got an upgrade kit here. Sometimes you'll find grenades in those. Not all the time. Yeah, we got one. Okay. Got a grenade. We'll take it. See, now that we've taken on those Brood Warriors and that we're doing these specific quests right here, I would like to start stockpiling some Omnibel. Because, like, if you're reckless, you can get into a situation where you go into some of the harder bits in late game without the proper resources available to you, like metagel or grenades, and you're just kind of like hoping you don't die. Ooh, look at these nasty things. I remember being so enamored by these when I found them when I first played through Mass Effect 1, because it's a new asset. You haven't seen that asset before throughout the entire game, kind of like running across those Brood Warriors. Like you don't see them in any other situation. I mean, I could be mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I just know that you don't see them in Noveria. No, I don't think you see the Brood Warriors in many other situations, because like the dialogue box even like introduces you to what they are in that last quest we were just in. Solaris Amp. Ooh, we're definitely gonna take a look there. Gemini and Solaris. Okay, let's see what Caden has. No. What about Shepard? No, we're all good. We're all rocking really good biotic amps here. But anyways, yeah, these little egg things are like new assets, and I remember coming across and just being so stricken with it because they look cool. Let's run down the hall here. Got our exclamation point off of this terminal. Ooh, terminal, eh? Wonder what could be on it.
Commander, you see this? They just received a supply run 2 days ago. The Rachni worked fast.
Where'd that supply ship come from?
Hang on. Seems these things are drones, dispatched at irregular intervals from different depots to reduce the likelihood of tracking. Got it. Argos Row.
Argos Row, eh?
Wherever it is, there's probably more Rachni there. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Right.
Rex, gotta add your piece, eh? The Rachni infestation on Altahi seems to be the result of a supply drop from Argos Row. The logs downloaded from the freighter should allow you to backtrack the ship's course to its origin. So this is kind of like the middle quest, right? So I'm glad that we actually got this one second, because the one we're going to can be the first one you come across, and then you come to this one, and then that leads you to the next state of Styx Theta cluster quest, which is the one we already did. So now we're backtracking the signal to find out where these Rachni have been coming from. I do like going this way though, because you're here in the Styx Theta cluster and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Where are all these Rachni coming from? And if you think back to when we've been playing, what we've seen so far in Mass Effect, where have we seen Rachni? Well, before we got to Noveria, we also saw Rachni in the prison cell or the storage research facility area that we found Admiral Kahoku's dead body when we were hunting down the Cerberus organization he led us to start investigating. And if you recall, we had to go, it was the quest called Hades Dogs, I do believe, and we had to go to 3 different bases on one planet, and then go to a final 4th base where we actually found Kahoku's body. And in those containment cells that we were investigating, we found that Cerberus was researching and doing studies on Reaper husks, on husks, and on Rachni. That's the word that's been eluding me this past 2 minutes there. So yes, that's the only other place we've really seen Rachni, as opposed to Noveria, where we dealt with the Queen and the egg that they found on a ship, right? So if we now go to the Argos Row cluster, which should be around here somewhere. Yes, right here. Alright. Argos Row. We've been here before because we've gone to the Hydra system. We've also gone to the Phoenix system. I could be wrong with that. We've definitely gone to one of these systems in here, but this one right here is now new, the Gorgon system. I'm going to double check though, just to be sure, in our journal. Oh, look at that. We actually don't have a journal entry for it. The only way you can find it see, these listening post quests are the ones we're currently doing. Listening post Alpha was the one that we did on the planet with the waves of Rachni. And then listening post Theta is the one that we just did. But if you look there, on the right-hand side, it says, you have eradicated all signs of the Rachni at listening post Theta. Logs now show that the attack began shortly after a supply ship arrived from the depot on Sigma 23 in the Gorgon system. So you got to do a bit of like investigative work in your own journal here to find the right location, because you don't actually have a quest for it. You gotta go look for it. Part of that sense of discovery we were talking about a little while ago. So we got Argos Row, we got a Gorgon. And one important thing to remember too, that what unlocking these extra systems does, like this extra solar system here, is that it gains you the potential access to a League of One medallion, or a light rare metal, or a matrix writing by scanning the planet, or an asteroid belt if there happens to be one in that particular system. So let's start with the far off planet here. Slakon, orbiting at an unbelievable distance of 710 AU lower. Alright, my bar is on top of this. I can't read those numbers, sorry there. Anyways, orbiting at an unbelievable distance from Gorgon. Slakon is a huge gas giant with an atmosphere tainted by methane and chlorine. Don't mind me, just blind, straining my eyes to read here. Wu is a terrestrial planet only known from scan data picked up by unmanned probes. Though over 76 AU from the blue giant Gorgon, temperatures in Wu's orbit are still dangerously high. Only ships with very powerful heat-radiating systems can venture that deep into the system. Fortunately, Wu is not a terribly interesting world. It has a thin atmosphere of nitrogen and methane, and the scorching surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of platinum. The world is tidally locked to Wu, leaving the sunward side scorched and irradiated wasteland, and the dark side a frigid and ice crusted. Jeez. Cameron is a terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and argon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of iron with deposits of nickel. Like Wu, Cameron is tidally locked to the blue giant, forever looking into the face of the Gorgon. Vectra is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane and sodium in its atmosphere. The heat of the star Gorgon is slowly blasting away the gas giant's massive atmosphere, which is visible as a long, dim tail that trails behind the planet. We may have already been here. Charblu, a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant, the methane in Charblu's atmosphere gives it an azure hue. The Asari crew, who initially served the system during Earth's 17th century, named Charblu after a then popular soprano. The singer was renowned for her unusual skin tone, which was quite similar to that of the planet. See, I remember reading this. I don't know if I read it on stream. Who knows? Unidentified space facility. The space station appears to have been assembled from used off-the-shelf civilian ship modules of diverse origins. There are no obvious hull markings, and it is not broadcasting any ID signals. Alright, so before we land here, I'm just double-checking my notes. Yes, okay, so this is going to be the final quest we do in this episode. It wraps up the listening post quests, and it cuts us off in the perfect segment to do the hostile takeover next time. Hostile takeover does have a few moving parts to it, but we also have the Asari diplomat quest to do as well. And there is one more just quest to find out and about in the galaxy that I will like to do before jumping on to bring down the sky. But hopefully Finishing here will let us either just do those side quests and do a quick short episode next time, or we do another long one like this one and we do those little side quests and then bring down the sky. I mean, ideally I would have liked to do all of the side quests in one little episode here, but hey, these are the cards that we've been dealt, so this is the hand we're going to play. So, on theme of today's episode and every other episode of Mass Effect 1 Legendary Series, we're going to bring our good old pal, not Rex. And I think it might be worth our while to get Liara in on this. We haven't had her out yet. I think we've had everyone out except for Liara this episode, so we'll get her. We'll quickly actually take a look at her armor here to see if there's one that might be better. I don't think there currently is. No. Kinetic buffer, though. Medical exoskeleton 9. She's looking good. We do have a better pistol for her, though. Let's do that. So you're getting some inventory management on my end here. I'll be able to do it a lot more on a like micromanagement scale at this point in the game. Like we'll be able to stop and take a quick look and make sure everyone has the best loot more frequently now, because we're only dealing with these high-level loot or high-level equipment scenarios. So we got 4 skill points to Liara. Oh, we don't have a decryption skill. That might be why we wouldn't have brought her. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? We're still gonna bring her. We're gonna bring. Ooh, no, that decryption skill is really killing it for me. So we're gonna bring Tali and Liara instead. We'll leave Rex. We're not gonna stay on brand. We're gonna diverge from the plan. Last time it didn't work out well for us. Hopefully it'll work out well for us this time. Alright, yes, so with that in mind, we'll quickly take a look here to make sure Tali's got some good weaponry. Ooh, we definitely got to give her this. Sokolov 9. That'll give her some more damage output. So we're sitting a little prettier. What does she have for mods? 2 shield interfaces. That is ridiculously unnecessary. Let's go with a medical exoskeleton to get rid of some toxic resistance and to get some health regen if we can. And who knows, we might find some Rachna on here. Without Rex, we don't want to jeopardize her survivability. It's all about keeping that handy, though. So let's give those 4 skill points to Liara. 1, 2, and warp. Let's go all warp. We'll get closer to master warp that way. Let's see here. Tali has 4 points as well, so we can probably. Yeah, you know what? We got 4 points. Let's do master shield boost, and we'll do master pistols. Even though she largely uses shotguns, we'll focus on the shotgun next. It's only like 1, 2, 3, 4 to get advanced carnage. So we'll quickly save. Like I said, this is our last quest before ending this episode here. It'll wrap up our string of listening post quests that we have encountered today. Our post-Navaria Arachnite cleanup. Alright. This could go terribly or pretty chill. Who knows? Who knows? I'm expecting a lot of poison damage in these tight... Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, it's a good thing we have Liara here, because Singularity will come in handy. Alright, you don't want to get cornered by the Rachni, because that poison damage is going to be hell to contend with. Alright, and here is Tali making her worth known. Easy decryption and hard decryption. Both a cakewalk for our tech expert, but not something we would want to miss. See, the main point of looting in Mass Effect 1, which I'm sure I've mentioned ad nauseum at this point, is the experience points. That 125 experience doesn't look like a lot, but when you start getting like that for like almost everything that you're looting, it starts to add up. And when you get that satisfying level up sound when you loot a container, it's like, ooh, baby. Alright, like I said, don't want to get cornered in this particular section. Because the Rachni will do all kinds of damage to your health if you're not careful. Only the one Rachni? Really? That seems odd. I don't know how accurate that is. Medium armor oh, we got it. Look at that. Look at that. Again. Oh, medium classes armor. We're going from 64 damage reduction all the way up to 70, and we're going from 345 shields to 375. Not a huge jump, but it does free up the light classes armor for someone who only can wear light armor, like Liara or Akaden. And we get a cool, much more aesthetically pleasing armor to look at on Shepard. We've got, like, it's got more parts to it. It's not as, like, dinky looking. Because if you look at the Colossus armor here, because we're going to flip it over to Liara, I always found, like, the neck piece look cheap. Or, like styrofoam or something. It looks much better in the Legendary Edition, I will say. They fixed up a lot of the weird visual funny things with, like, helmets and textures and whatnot. Anyways, let's try to wrap up here. Upgrade kit, that'll give us like another grenade, and I think an Omnigel too, so that's nice. We're starting to stockpile. Another first aid station, all good stuff. Another medical station, decryption. Again, see, Tally was worth bringing. It's worth not having Rex here this time. A Unity amp, we got Phoenix armor, which we're not ever going to use. Sniper rifle, all kinds of good stuff. This is a great little spot to hit up at this stage in the game, because you can get all this loot, a little bit of extra experience. And, like, because the loot is, it scales with your character, much like the combat encounters, it's good to do a lot of like loot heavy game, which is why we're doing Bring Down the Sky later in the game, so you can get you know, a better chance at getting the high level loot you want. Like, we just got Colossus armor, right? I wasn't expecting to get Colossus armor just randomly on this string of quests here, but here we are, and I will not complain about it. Alright, so we've cleared all the rooms here. This is the room we want to be in. Oh, I remember what's happening now. Oh yeah, we definitely want to save. Yeah, we okay.
Personal data recorder for Major Elena Flores.
Play the first entry.
Sigma 23 is almost fully operational. The barracks and storage lockers are complete, and we've begun stocking the munitions. It's highly unlikely the Alliance will patrol in the nebula. I expect our only risk will be from pirates, and who'll believe them? Looks like we'll have space for 2 reinforced platoons of Cerberus commandos.
Cerberus? I do not think I have heard of that organization before.
And that, of course, is one of the downsides of being able to do anything in any order, is that we, of course, have heard of Cerberus multiple times.
Play the second entry.
The package arrived today for field testing. I'm told they're fundamentally similar to the units being developed on Noveria. They promise this batch will be stable. Something about them developing in proximity to the master control unit. We detected some pirates setting up an anchorage in a neighboring system. I think we'll try deploying them there first.
Neighboring system, eh? So that Styx Theta cluster situation. And they also mentioned Noveria, but they don't allude to too much beyond master control unit. So, like, you can encounter and do this quest before going to Noveria, and they just kind of cheekily don't tell you it's Rachni, you know?
Play the last entry.
But
They've
then there's
escaped
this.
Containment. Clever bastards. We treated them like animals. We should have treated them like POWs. They're spreading. Boarding the supply ships and sending them to random destinations. They'll be all over the cluster in a week. General, if you recover this message, my advice is, screw the Rachni. They're too smart. Use one of the other projects. Flores, signing off. For the final time.
A Rachni experiment gone awry. Again.
So this can be one of those moments that you hear that Rachni are in and about the galaxy again, and because the only thing you're told at the outset of the game is that Rachni are extinct because there was the Rachni Wars with the Krogan and the rest of the Citadel species, etc., etc., etc. So it's really cool that a lot of these moments that can just fit into what you already know about the story can also be these big like moments, because the way that they're writing the dialogue and the wording, and Tally's response here lends into the fact that we've seen the Rachni experiment gone wrong via the Cerberus research facilities we've uncovered.
Let's go.
The escaped Rachni definitely came from this station, though the motives behind this Cerberus group are vague. To prevent further contamination, arm the station's scuttle charge and evacuate to the Normandy. So, we now have to rush to escape the station here and get back to the Normandy, because we're going to activate this bomb while we're still on board. Alright, let's go. 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's the countdown to the end of our stream, basically. So now there's all kinds of enemies. And this is why there weren't enemies coming into the ship. Because they're now all here as you're trying to leave the ship. And you want to definitely grab some of these technician kits that you didn't grab on your way in. Wetware kits, things like a Prodigy and Solaris amp, they come in handy. You want those. 36 seconds, 36 seconds. Alright, we'll do a manual or Omnigel override here. We got some heavy armor for a human. Titan armor, that's some good armor. Alright, we're gonna have some more Rachni right around this corner if I'm not mistaken. 30 seconds. No, we seem clear. Let me just check our difficulty. I'm really nervous we're not on Insanity. Oh, we're on the hardest difficulty. Okay, alright. 25, 24. Alright, but this basically wraps us up here. Right down to the second. Return to Normandy. Alright, we've got another extended Mass Effect Legendary Series episode under our belts here. We took down the 3 listening posts, or I guess the 2 listening posts and the 1 depot. We also did the Besieged base, and we made sure that there were no civilian casualties. And then we also went and encountered an old soldier under Commander Shepard's command, Corporal Toombs, and we talked him down from a very tense situation. Next time, of course, we will be finishing the side quests in Mass Effect 1. That means no more side quests and just story content. We'll even be getting into that, like, I guess, well, if you count Bring Down the Sky, we'll be getting into that final story content next episode. Hopefully, if we can get through the hostile takeover quests fast enough. Either way, we're very quickly approaching the end of Mass Effect 1. There is still a decent amount of content to get through, of course, and I'm anticipating quite a few episodes to get through it all. However, be a straight shot from after next episode to the end. Alright, and with that, I'm back. Hope you're well, and we'll see you next time.